Hey guys, what's going on? Today we are going to talk about pre-workouts. Okay, we covered before whey protein, the different types of whey protein. Today we're going to take you through the different ingredients you should look for in a pre-workout, of what we feel anyway is going to benefit you the most, and what ingredients and also what dosages to look for in a pre-workout. Chaz is going to start off by talking about creatine and a little bit about beta-alanine and the importance of that in a pre-workout.
That's two actually the best things that you can have in your pre-workout. As far as safe substances, these two, creatine, beta-alanine, will be the main muscle size and strength builders as far as what's put into your pre-workout. There's also, we were just talking about it just a second ago before we started this video, certain levels that would need to be appropriate in your pre-workouts to actually be effective for you taking them. Because there are actually some pre-workouts that have lower doses in those pre-workouts. They just show that they have it in there, but it's not actually enough to actually affect you or to have any kind of effect as far as strength or endurance during your workout, which is what beta-alanine and creatine give you, which is strength and endurance. Creatine, basically, it's been around for a very long time. It is a good strength builder. It helps draw water into muscle cells, which actually helps build and repair quicker. More quick, and it helps build up the actual muscle fibers a little bit faster than you would normally do so without that creatine. And then also beta-alanine, usually being in the same kind of pre-workout. No matter what kind of pre-workout you take nowadays, these two are definitely should be in there or definitely paired together in those pre-workouts. But the beta-alanine, kind of almost the same. They both work with ATP to help create more ATP in your system, which would be your the muscle energy output, or just the output that you can put in any general force through any kind of workout. But the beta-alanine, you definitely, when you take a pre-workout and you feel that tingly feeling, that's the beta-alanine kicking in. Beta-alanine is good for strength and endurance and even increasing muscle size. So all those work together very well, and they're both also safe and effective to use as far as if you're taking the right kind of creatine and drinking enough water to keep that creatine working properly in your body.
Yeah. So I mean, they're the two most researched supplements, really. I mean, creatine has been studied in and out, upside down and inside out.
Actually, since the 1830s.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so. And it's actually, it was created, or it was founded by it was a French scientist, and it was named after meat, because actually creatine comes from meat, comes from different beefs, chickens, and it's derived from that. And they actually learned how to process it and bring it out of the meat or whatever, so you can use it as a supplement.
Now you can't get enough creatine out of just eating meat, though, right?
No.
I mean, you'd have to eat a lot of meat.
Yeah, you'd probably be slow and taking a long nap.
Yeah. I mean, to get the recommended dose.
Yeah, and that's why basically they started taking more of that out so they could study and see how it affected the body.
So what should people look for as far as dose goes in creatine?
Creatine, I'd say about maybe 5 grams before and after. If you're in a loading phase, which some creatines require loading. There's actually a lot of different kind of creatines now, which is crazy. So we're not going to get into all that. But the main one, creatine monohydrate, I would do 5 grams before and after. Loading phase, I think it's like 10 for so many days, and then you do the before and after. That's what I remember.
Okay.
But it's been quite a while. Usually your pre-workouts that have the micronized or the monohydrate creatine in there, you just take them as is. So you take them before your workout. So I think just either before would be beneficial, and then if you want to step it up, do the before and after, which is basically loading, and good for drawing out and bringing in more muscle size, drawing out the not drawing out water, but bringing in water and then bringing in more muscle size. So
gotcha. Okay, cool. Excellent. So this is 2 of the most important ingredients that we feel is important. We're going to cover 2 more here right now. All right, so another 2 ingredients that we find in a lot of products are going to be L-arginine and citrulline, sometimes citrulline malate, okay? Now, again, as Chaz talked about, dosages are really, really important. If you're not getting enough dose, then it's not going to really help you out at all. So I'm going to start off by saying, first of all, citrulline malate, you need 6 to 8 grams. Most of these pre-workouts I think that we have is not anywhere close to that. So you can supplement with a separate citrulline malate. But the point of this video also is to kind of help separate which ingredients are going to be the most beneficial for you. A lot of products will have L-arginine in it. The problem with L-arginine is a lot of it is lost in digestion. A lot of it's lost in the liver and the GI tract as it's digested. L-arginine, real quickly, L-arginine is converted in the body to another amino acid. I believe it's ornithine, right? Ornithine, okay. And so that is also, off of L-arginine, it's also processed into urea, which is a waste product, okay? The ornithine is processed back into citrulline. Citrulline can be processed back into L-arginine, and L-arginine can go back into nitric oxide. That's the whole point of these two products, is to produce more nitric oxide, which is causing the vessel to become wider. It causes the muscle around the vessel to loosen. That vessel becomes a little bit wider, allowing more nutrients, more water to flow through to the working muscles. So that's the whole point of taking either one of these. The nice thing about citrulline, if you take citrulline in the appropriate dose of 6 to 8 grams, is it will actually bypass the liver. It will bypass the gastrointestinal tract, so you don't lose as much of the effectiveness of the citrulline as you do with the L-arginine, just because of how the body processes it. So the way to go, I feel, is the citrulline. Now, the citrulline malate is actually kind of citrulline jacked up, I guess you could kind of say. Citrulline malate is simply citrulline that is bonded with malic acid in the malate form. Now, this malic acid actually works with the Krebs cycle, which helps produce ATP. As Chaz talked about, with creatine and ATP work synergistically to cause a more powerful contraction in the muscle. I mean, ATP is the driver for muscle contraction. So citrulline malate, if you have the choice between citrulline or citrulline malate, go with the citrulline malate, because you get the benefits of the citrulline, of the vasodilation, of the nitric oxide conversion, as well as the benefit of the malate, which will increase the ATP production with the creatine together.
Everything working together.
Everything's working together.
Create a good synergistic move.
Exactly. Everything's working together here, and that's what we want to make sure, as we point out to you guys, is picking supplements that are going to work and the correct dose that is going to work for you guys to see the most benefit out of it. So, do we want to talk briefly about kind of things to kind of stay away from a little bit?
Yeah, we could do that. And there's a lot of like different supplements that we like to use back in the day, stuff like Jack 3D, and then they have a lot of newer supplements like the Insane Lab supplements. One of the Ronnie Coleman, Yeah Buddy, which I actually picked up a couple times. They have a lot of different stuff that includes like a 1-dimethyl or a 1,3-dimethyl or a 1,5-dimethyl, and a lot of those methyls and different things that they're putting in those supplements, you see that they hype you up. You'll get, like, people get lots of cold sweats. You'll have a higher heart rate during the day, more risk for heart attack, and then they also jack up the caffeine. But a lot of those, like say in this one right here, and we're just going to keep the name off there. We'll put that right there. You know what that is. But basically, so we were talking about like stuff like the beta-alanine, stuff like that. You need a certain amount. They actually limit this amount in this supplement, so it's only at 2,000 instead of 6, like it's supposed to be. So they'll do things like that, and actually adding them in, but not adding the right amounts in. And then, of course, putting in this super complex, what is it called? A Yeah Buddy bomb.
Well, we gave away the product.
But basically adding a lot of the extra HCIs, the dimethyls, the hydroxys, the methylamino, stuff like that, that you really don't need. They're starting to add all that different stuff in there to keep you guys hyped up, and it's extra stimulation on your nervous system that you really do not need. You really just need these natural good things that are creating more natural energy within your body.
Right.
So
that's a good point.
And yeah, and then see like stuff like that. You know what that is? Basically, there's been a lot of like back and forth about this. A lot of the caffeines are time release, which is better, so you don't get a crash after you're done using it. But they actually use the right amounts and the right ratios of like the citrulline malate, and like Brad was talking about, which is the exact 6,000 milligrams on here.
Yeah.
And like
it's
the
2-to-1 ratio, right?
Yep. And the monohydrates, which is actually at 5 grams, like I was talking, but it's 5,000 milligrams. And the beta anhydrous and the beta alanine, which in that beta alanine, you really don't need a good working milligram, but I think anything over 2,000 would be good as far as beta alanine. And just really, there's even a super creatine in here. I have no idea what that is. New creatine. So we got like 8 different kinds of creatine now. But this one's actually a better choice as far as your pre-workouts. If you want to take care of yourself and you want to get energy and more pump, this is the way you need to go.
Okay.
So like stuff like that's really good. And then they have, they don't have as many complicated substances in your pre-workout that you don't have to be worried about in the long run. So
yeah, proprietary blend. That's the 2 words that that you always see, and it sucks for the consumer because you don't know how much of any one given product you're getting.
Too.
Well, yeah. It's a marketing thing.
Proprietary blend. Well,
right.
Shit. Here, hold on. Oh, I said shit. Sorry.
That's okay. You guys have heard it before.
No, but that's just, it seems so important. And like that would make that basically like the cut of sort as far as your pre-workout. And it's definitely not true.
Yeah.
It's just something that they're using to spice that up. It's kind of like a nice image on the front of your barbecue sauce, and that's why you buy it. So,
the label.
But yeah, that's definitely.
Or real fancy packaging on your firework. You go to the firework stand and you buy.
Yeah, and then you go and you light the wick, and the wick falls off, and the damn thing don't even light.
Yeah,
so
quality. So you're paying for a fancy label and a shitty product.
But it said proprietary blend on the front, so that's okay. Good. Yeah. Military words going on today.
Yeah, so. Good. Well, it's 4th of July week, so why not?
Yeah.
Happy 4th of July to everybody. All right, so hopefully this helps everybody out. If you guys are in the market for a pre-workout, just please make sure you do your research, understand which products are actually going to benefit you, which products you probably want to stay away from, and also the correct dosages of the products that you do want to take. That's very important.
It's definitely good to do your research.
Yeah, so hopefully that'll help. In 2 weeks, we got confirmation this past week.
Yeah.
Of a very special guest that will be coming in. Still not going to announce who it is, but you make sure you stay tuned for that the week of July 14th.
Yep, be pretty big. Everybody, at least most people online know him.
I think so.
And a lot of locals know him, and hopefully people that are watching the videos, if you guys can watch videos as much as you can watch other videos, are watching them, so you'll know what's going on.
Right. Right. So that's coming up in 2 weeks. All right, sounds good. Have a great 4th of July, everybody. Stay safe. We'll see you soon. Bye.